Hello and welcome to this week's weekly water cooler conversation. And being that it's a water cooler conversation, kind of wanted to dive into the Suicide Squad trailer which just dropped. And it is very different from Suicide Squad. Suicide Squad was the movie that came out a couple years ago, David Ayer, and the trailer was very much not the movie. And then they tried to recut the movie into being more like the trailer. James Gunn says you don't even need to watch that movie to watch his movie. Some of the actors are back, some of them aren't. Margot Robbie is back, Boomerang's back. There's enough characters back, you could tie those things together, and I'm sure they're going to loosely tie together. I'm sure there's going to be a line or two of reference. Viola Davis is back, she's probably going to reference The Last Mission, but it's not essential to have watched it. So if you haven't seen Suicide Squad, The Suicide Squad is still for you. And this trailer shows that in a really fun way. The tone is obviously more James Gunn, very different. The budget is bananas. The playfulness is still there, but it's a little darker. It's obviously an R-rated. King Shark is the thing everyone's going to be talking about. King Shark is the thing I've seen every headline about, and that's understandable. He's got a great couple lines of dialogue that are hilarious. The character's adorable. The character design is perfect. All of that is yes. King Shark is obviously the thing to get out of this trailer. But for me, the two things I really got out of this trailer are Margot Robbie is more Harley Quinn in this to me than she has been yet. And I don't want to insult people that love the things that have happened before, but I've always felt they were piecing together Harley from the last thing and the last thing and the last thing. In Birds of Prey, she had the most screen time and was able to find Harley, I feel. This just feels like it is Harley. Every line of dialogue she has just feels like a line you'd hear in Batman the Animated Series where Harley was... The origin of Harley Quinn is Batman the Animated Series. She didn't come from the comics. She came from the show and then went to the comics. She's one of the rare characters introduced in the animation and then went to comic books. So to me, this feels like Batman the Animated Series Harley, which is the highest praise I can give. Every line of dialogue made me chuckle out loud. Every single scene looked visually like Harley Madness, but they also made it like DCEU's Harley with the color palette, obviously with Margot, the savior complex, the way she's a badass, all of that is the DC film universe's Harley to a T. So they've managed to put in one trailer the DC film universe and the actual comic book and animation universe into one character. And I think this is the most Harley I've seen a character. I'm so in. So she, for me, is the breakout of the character. And also, David Dastmalchian's his one line of "I hope so." The desperation, the comedy, the fact that it's that dark of a line. David Dastmalchian is a genius actor. David Dastmalchian is in most everything. Once you look that guy's IMDb up, you realize I love him in Prisoners. I loved him in The Dark Knight. We've worked together on a couple things. I love the human he is. He's a fantastic director. He's a fantastic human being. He's a great dude. And he brings so much pathos and vulnerability and raw emotion to everything he does. So he's going to make Polka Dot Man the steal every scene. He's going to make Polka Dot Man the star. And it's Polka Dot Man. To me, he stole every moment he was in, even if he was in the background for me. So I love that he got this one line of just dark desperation, but hilarity. I'm so invested in Polka Dot Man. For me, it's Harley Quinn and Polka Dot Man's movie so far. I love King Shark, but that seems like the obvious one. And then John Cena is hilarious. Dicks on a Beach for Liberty, that whole thing, man. He would eat every dick for liberty because he's douchey Captain America even more than John Walker. And that's one of the reasons I want to talk about this is we've got douchey Captain America, calling him Captain Douche, in this show. Imagine Captain Douche with a roid and rage problem, and that's the beginning of his arc, and that's what we're going to get with John Cena's character, because that's what he is in the DC universe. It's going to be insane. He would eat a beach full of dicks for liberty. This is going to be insane. I think Suicide Squad is going to surprise a lot of people. I think the same way James Gunn made the Guardians of the Galaxy a phenomenon, that's going to happen with the Suicide Squad. This trailer is just a taste of the dicks on the beach to come. I'm very excited. All puns intended. That was very intentional, and I hope the movie's as dark as the joke that Dastmalchian did and the dicks on a beach. All right, that is going to be it for a trailer for the Suicide Squad, a DC movie to come. It is truly the golden age of geek culture. It is a glorious time to love this stuff. So happy as a nerd. I hope you guys enjoyed this week's weekly water cooler conversation and that dope Suicide Squad trailer. We'll be back next week with episode 3 of Falcon and Winter Soldier. Please follow me on Twitter, on Instagram. You probably do because you're fucking here, right? On TikTok, which I just started, and that's cool because I do little like graphics and I can do more editing and I can actually shape my thoughts and you can actually get some comic book covers while I go along. And do subscribe to The Late Con with Coy Jandreau, because that's what this is all building towards. That's where things are going to be landing. Hit subscribe, hit the little bell, and all the things that other YouTubers tell you to do. I love you guys very, very much. Thank you for being here. It's one of my favorite parts of the week. Every week, I look forward to my Friday mornings with you lovelies. I will see you next week and probably earlier on the other internets. Stay safe, stay sane. Thank you for being here, and thank you, as always, to comic books for existing.